Alright everyone, welcome to Da Vinci Gaming. Today on our Steam A through Z list we are going through Night Call. The Steam description on this game says friend, confidant, therapist, voyeur. As a cab driver working in Paris night shift, you are many things to different people. Your gift is getting people to talk. And in order to catch the serial killer who left you for dead, that's exactly what you're going to do. Sounds like an interesting storyline, something that definitely needs checked out on this channel. And hey, I appreciate all of you here for a live stream. Lee Harvey, Hawk, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we go. Let's just jump right on into this game. I am doing awesome. Let's see, new game, free roaming, Pasidex. I have no idea what that is. Alright, but this is a, kind of a noir detective type game. So we'll see how this goes. There we go. Hey, Ray, you're still awake. Alright, choose an investigation. Judge, Angel of Death, Sandman, Surprise Investigation, Random Investigation. Let's just start off with the judge. The victims have all something in common with the motives seem clear, but which suspect could have done it? Balanced case, perfect for a first run. Random victims, unknown motive, weird case, slightly more difficult than the others. The Sandman. Victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection, yet the motives might be hard to find. Dark and twisted. Ooh, surprise investigations. Yeah. And a random investigation. This game will randomly pick an investigation no matter if solved or unsolved. Let's just start off with the first one here. It's the first playthrough of this game. Again, going through the Steam A through Z list. I have not ever played this. It's been empty on my... it's been sitting there unopened, I guess, on my Steam list for quite some time. Choose a difficulty. Oh my goodness. We got story mode, money be easier to get by. Balance. Let's do balanced. There we go. We're doing a judge balanced. Yeah, the whole point of the Steam A through Z list is just to kind of burn through those games that I have never even opened. I've got so many games to go through and only so many days left in my life. Right? We gotta go through and make the most of every day in every way. And some of that is having new and different experiences with this life we call gaming. I like the music already. I like the artwork. Yes, thank you so much, Hawk. Okay, doctor. Here. Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? I'm not sure I understand. I just want you to be comfortable. You can always change your mind. The voice is female, husky and worn. A husky female. You find it deeply comforting. Do you want me to speak in a normal, medium, or loud voice? Let's try medium. Is this okay with you? Is my voice loud enough? Well, I wish I could hear it. Hopefully I'm not going to talk through this whole thing. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounces around in your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. A coma? Word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up in your throat. The judge, as the police called the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver, and in most circumstances it would have been fatal. We chose to put you in an induced You taste bile at the back of your mouth, your head is burning, you hear a whistle in one's ear. Your fingers move to the wound. Underneath the bandages you feel hard skin. It's incredibly painful. I'm sorry. Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? He was dead before you even got out of your cab. The doctor is silent for a second, very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible, to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who's survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head. Doctor says you need to rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care. He's the only witness. Another female voice joins in, a strong, authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, it's not fatigue. Some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you'd never realized that anger was made up of a combination and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later, well, look, I've got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. I'm listening. Okay. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? Yeah, I know. You're like a son to me, you know? Yeah, I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me to the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me to hire guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I got 45 guys like you working for me. Though none of them are any match for you. Do you want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard, the meter, the GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little for a refresher. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Otherwise known as the tutorial. Hey, Welsh Joker, how we doing? Appreciate you dropping in. Right then, well, first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going, then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you gotta go pick them up. That's the way it goes, it's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. Yeah, kind of like DoorDash when they decide not to bring my food. And then you drive. He flashes a quick mechanical smile, you know it well. When he talks about work, that's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers and... that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh right, no overtime. We're in France here, and there are rules and regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept in 24 hours. Unless if they're in New York. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do a good job. What's the matter? I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer's still out there, and we think he's going to come back. For you. We? Your colleagues and I do. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. Time is money. Yeah, have a good evening. You can count on me. He scratches at an invisible stain. If it's invisible, then is it a stain, or is a stain visible only if it's visible, or is it only a stain if it's visible? Yeah, I know that's a problem. Your boss opens the door, exits the cab, you watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, just like everybody else all my life. Consciously or unconsciously. You're branded. Just like a Texas Longhorn. You sit there for a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. It's back to the night shift. Back to life. Despite the attack. Despite it all. Alright, what do we got here? Are these possible fares here? I think. Maybe? I don't know. What do we got here? What do we got there? Let's, well, this guy seems to be the closest here. Let's just check this out. What is this? Oh, I'm going there. A woman crosses the street in front of you carrying a baby in her arms. The Plain St. Denis, please. Yeah, we'll accept it. Let's go. Your passenger climbs in the cab and slams the door behind him. Good evening. Plain St. Denis, please. Oh, and by the way, I am not French if you have not already figured that one out. So I am going to mispronunciate as much as possible. And if that bothers you now, then I guess it'll bother you later. He stops short, visibly sizing you up. Dennis, you know where it is? Yeah. You know, I'm not a moron. Avenue des Magnus Gennaro. So, you know the street? Yeah, sure. He kind of looking at me. You know all the streets of Paris? You know this kind well, the sort who'd refer to you as the Arab and not bat an eyelid. Yeah, monsieur. Well, then let's go. All right, we start up the cab, although, it looks like we've been driving for a little bit if you look at the picture there. Client stares out the window as if hypnotized. You watch him in the rearview mirror. His face familiar to you, his accent too, though you'd never be able to place it. Typical of some rural region, central France perhaps. You take another look. That's it, you got it. He was a contestant on one of those reality shows where farmers meet women at farmersonly.com. You'd see him on the show a few weeks before. You'd watched it from your hospital bed with a distracted eye. I had a lot of time to watch some TV while I was in the hospital there. But something about it bothered you. The show was a masquerade. Life in the country seemed from a very Parisian and cynical perspective, full of scorn and contempt. Okay then, so you figured out who I am. Sorry? You've recognized me, right? So you can make fun of me now. Make fun of you? Yeah, like all those other people do out there on their Tweety thing. Tweety? Oh, social media. I don't know what you mean by that. You mean you don't know who I am? Yes, I do. I mean, I do. Some kind of a reality show, huh? Exactly. But why do people make fun of you? At first the show was okay, and then I started seeing my face all over TV on other shows, And then I find out the internet is laughing at me too. They're all those things, I can't remember what they're called. Moms, mimmies, those pictures that all by themselves, the damn internet. Memes. You have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah, it took me a second there. Yeah, sure, okay. So I made myself a Tweety account to go and see what they're all talking about. Call me a virgin and a Nazi that I screw my cows to. They practically die laughing. A farmer who... So yesterday I said I had it. I called my cousin to keep an eye on my farm and left for Paris. I'm on my way to see those TV jokers right now. 6 months ago, they said if there was any problem whatsoever, they'd take care of it. Well, there is a problem. So, what's your plan, buddy? Hell yes, I have a plan. I'm going to show up at their office and raise Cain until they listen to me. You're really going to do that? Yeah, that's the plan. And believe me, they're going to listen. I may be just a plain old farmer, but nobody's going to disrespect me and my beautiful cows. Forget it. At first, I told them I didn't want to be in their stupid old show. It wasn't for me. But they insisted. They showed me pictures of the women. And boy, those cows look good. And then, well, I said yes. Should never have said yes. You pull up the address he gave you. The studio gates are closed. You park the cab, cut the engine. Yeah, Welsh, Hawk does some great stuff there. You really need to check out his channel there. Is it closed? It doesn't open till 6. You point to a sign posted near the gates. He sighs. But there'll be hardly anyone there before 9 or 10 o'clock. I don't care, I'll wait. He rummages through his pockets, pulls out his wallet. What are you going to ask him? I want them to apologize on TV during the show in front of everyone. to talk about all the things they changed, all the bits of sentences they cut up and put back together. You know, I'm not a racist. Yeah, hey, Hawk, I can't remember if I added you in here or not. Let me see. No, I don't think it's coming up. I'll make sure I put that in so that your link will go in anytime somebody's in chat and asks about you. All right? I'll put that in later. Remind me if I forget, because I'm kind of forgetful. But, you know, I'm not a racist. Don't believe the show. I didn't mean what I said, and didn't really say that stuff either. What exactly did you say? Nothing. A lot of nonsense. I'm not very good at this. Anyhow, I'll just wait here till it opens. Passenger pays the fare, exits the cab. You watch him for a minute as he starts his vigil in front of the gates. Yeah, anytime, Hawk. Anytime. We're here to help support everybody and each other. Alright, you notice a newspaper on the basket. Your last passenger must have left it behind. Or was it the one before? You grab it and put it away. You know, it could come in handy. Then you start the cab. It's back to the grind. Ooh, we made a little bit of money, made a little bit of tips, we made some profit. Ooh, take that. Alright, what else we got here? I don't know what these darker ones mean. Is it kind of like mystery fare or something? Got this person here, got this person here. This one here looks like a little young person with their hair all over their face. My kids like that hairstyle. Had a couple of them go through that phase for a minute. Oh, this guy looks like, you know, some kind of... we won't say that. Let's go on over there. He's pretty close. Peter D.J. Watson, Cavello. Porto de Versailles. Ooh, fare of 43 euros. All right, here we go. We'll take him. The door opens and your passenger collapses in the back seat. His eyes are hidden behind a pair of large dark sunglasses. His clothes reek of sweat and booze. He's a clubber. Not Clubber Lang. He mumbles his destination and you start driving. A few words are exchanged, weather, taxes, traffic. Then you can tell it's coming. The inevitable conversation about the killer. Some bits of information, rumors. You make a mental note of what you heard. Who knows? It might come in handy. Ooh, there we go. There's a clue. There's a clue. Whatever that means. Your mind wanders. Your eyes vaguely scan the store windows. The sodium light coming off the street lamps feels like it's tripping into your brain. You're falling asleep. You need a bit of music to keep you awake. I ain't gonna ask him. I'm doing it. It's my car. Turn on the radio by pressing the dial. Oh, shoot, man. 80s rock ballad. Too soft. Yeah, he's snoring anyway. It doesn't matter. Gregorian chant. Mind-numbing. Some slow rap song filled with fake female orgasm noises. Not with a passenger in the car. Two journalists discussing new evidence in the investigation of the Judge murders. Ooh, there's some more information. The information they share, salon talk, nothing more. Seems unimportant. An ad interrupts the torrent of words and you change the station. Classical music again. The flute grazes your ears. Electronic music. You like the rhythm. Just not in the mood. Stop! You lift your hand from the dial. The music plays on. Not bad. Turn it up so I can hear it better. I didn't want to wake you. I wasn't sleeping, just Sobering up. Not bad at all. Hear the touch of an accent. He's probably American. Leave it on until they say the musician's name. I bet. The song is coming to an end. The announcer, in a piercing foghorn voice, throws out the name of a DJ you've never heard of. DJ Blunt. I knew it. Is he famous? Yeah, quite actually. I taught that dude everything he knows. Everything. In '94 at a party at the Rex Club, there was this kid who started buying me rounds. And kid no older than 17, I thought he was hitting on me. He would have been disappointed. No, he wanted me to teach him how to spin. I told him no, but you can watch. And that's exactly what he did every week until he moved to the Osiris. He sold X to pay his way in. And now he's on the radio. You know what he did this summer? He was the opener for the soccer championship at Stade de France. It was huge. Wonder what people would think if they knew he was selling drugs at 17. If they only knew. I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on this dude. Notice some details of how old he must be. Thinning hair on the top of his head. The creases in his forehead. His worn blazer that he can't fasten anymore because he's too fat. We ran into each other in Ibiza 4 or 5 years ago. It was spinning in this little club, yeah, really little, but it was something. He totally ignored me, of course. DJ motherfucking cunt. He rummages through his pockets as he says, "Oh, your radio. Can it take a flash drive?" You glance at your radio, you don't really know what he's talking about. I don't know. No worries. Listen to this. It's what I played tonight. It's mine. But you know, people were barely dancing. They were talking. They barely touch, never kiss anymore. All that is over. At least I got people dancing. You drive to the rhythm of his snoring. The sound fills the cab. Ideas are bouncing through your head. They like do every time you find yourself alone. This guy in the back seat is too old to be young. You look at your own hands. They look like they're suddenly aging in a time lapse. You close your eyes for a second. Uh-oh. Only a second. When you open them, you've reached your destination and have pulled over to the sidewalk. Tap your passenger's knee and he wakes up with a start. Shit, yeah! We're here, sir. Ah, yes, great. He rummages through the pocket and hands you a few rumpled bills. Thanks, I hope you liked it. The music, my music. The song I played you. I should have been in the spotlight. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender. 15 minutes of fame. Just a minute of... Those whiskey and Organias really screw in my system. You see him stagger towards his building. Takes him several minutes to get the door open. He finally disappears inside. Whew, man, glad he's out of the cab. He was stinking. Oh, come on. Ooh, gave me a little bit of tip. I got some profits. There we go. Door suddenly opens and a woman gets in the back seat. Have a good night. For a second you freeze. It's one of the cops working the judge's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I was sure you lied to us. I didn't lie. Psst. Hey, I'm talking. I'm going to be frank with you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself? Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he'd had a crush on you. Well, you know, there's a lot of people that have crushes on me. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. And for murder, too. Since you got out, you kept a low profile. But you're lying about your name and your address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say. If they get word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance at life. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. Uh-oh. This might be going down a wrong path real fast. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So I'll give you info. Victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. Hey, ma'am, I've never done this before. Don't worry. You're already keener than half the squad, because all the guys that I work for and work with are morons. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make any arrests and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. You're just here to give me more information. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days just to check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like. And I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. If I have to, I'll go check in with you-know-who. That reminds me, she knows you've done time. Oh, my little dirtbag, you cover your tracks well. What if I refuse? If you refuse, simple, I turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it and your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Hey, Rip Rubber. This is a game called Night Call. Trying to figure out a little mystery here as to who the judge is. Thank you for dropping in, by the way. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. I'm nothing like that terrorist. And don't say we all look alike. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. You have no right. I know we have no right. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, run his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case. You got me, and neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye. So, you can just say you're my informant, my CI. He ripped open your gut. You saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you've plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. Oh, right, and don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. Fucking bitch. Yeah, whatever, if that makes you feel better. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. Door opens, squeaks, slam shut. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Key in the ignition. Motor's running. Hey, Gears, how we doing, man? Appreciate you joining in today. Radio on, crackles, you turn it off, and you start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You'll find them back at your studio after your shift. Cool. Alright, so we'll be able to pick up all these clues once we get back to our place at the end of our workday. Cool, cool, cool. I'm liking the look of this game. I'm liking the music and the overall feel. Alright, so we are after a killer called the Judge who had stabbed us and left us for dead, and somehow we managed through it. We're the only person who's ever survived his attacks. We're a cab driver, so now we're going to use our cab driverness to be able to drive around, ask people some questions, and hopefully find out who this person is. Little interesting story. You take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, city's slowly waking up. You still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. Throw the files Bussett gave you on the table. Alright. On the wall, you hang up the big corkboard where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone. Your plan is simple. Jot down all the pieces of evidence and connect them with the suspects. Guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect, trying to understand their motives, understand how he or she got into this situation. Steps into the hallway, they stop in front of your door, then they move away. It's time to get moving on your investigation. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got an autopsy report of victim number 3. We got an autopsy report of victim number 4. We got the killer case given to you by Bussett. This was given to you by Bussett. That's the lady police officer, right? And then we got, what do we got here? We got, can't go, can't go anymore. Can't go anymore. Alright, let's open this up. I'll hold it to investigate. Alright, we got a couple more clues. Alright, good, good, good. And then the autopsy report for victim number 4. Alright, that gave us some more. What do we got? Pictures of crime scene 1. Wow, this police officer's giving us like pictures of the crime scene, giving us autopsy reports. Cool. There we go. There we go. Now how do we... Alright, check the board. In the night, next documents. Do we have any more? Hold this to investigate this. Alright, so we go up here and then we'll... Oh, wow. So we're Alright, so here's Hervey. We got Paul. We got Claudia. We got Salim. And we got Piero. My French is not so good. Alright, so the killer knew the victims. Weapon was a rare gun used in the 1970s. There was a death by execution. Killer's height. Message on a crime scene says time is up. Victim number 2 killed an Algerian man. And here is victim number 2 is a fierce politician. Messages on the crime scene. Messages on a crime scene. Oh man, so we could move all these around and like really screw them up. That's amazing. I'll be able to do that real easy. Alright, Herve is a homeless man with an unknown background. Briefly worked for Charles Bourgon, victim number 2, in the 1990s. Got health issues after Richtofen health scandal. A couple of arrests for breaking and entering. Alright, Paul. Retired cop, joined the police in 1977, divorced from a judge. Born in the French Antilles, moved to mainland France in 1976. Claudia is a medical examiner in Paris, escaped from Argentina when she was young, lost her parents to the Argentinian junta. Well-known lawyer from St. Ouen, defender of the Duvar case, defender of several molested kids in poor neighborhoods, was a promising football player when he was 10. Wow. You know what? I was a promising football player when I was like 3. Dad was a cop, financial affairs, died 2 years ago. Mom got health issues after Richtofen health scandal. Ooh, there's 2 people with that. Gay in relationship, never disclosed his information at work. Okay, what's gay got to do with anything? Alright, message on the scene is judge. Cop. Move. Alright. Killer knew the victims or researched them. A rare weapon. No sign of violence. Alright, the killer's height is less than 1 meter 80. Okay. Alright, so let's go back there and let's end our night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You open the sofa bed and lie down. The events of the day run through your head. Streets, passengers, their faces, their problems. You open an eye. For a second, you hope the evidence board was just a dream. You get up quickly, and a few minutes later, you're outside your studio. Time for the next day. Alright, where are we going to go next? We got places to go all over the place. I'd love to do a couple of quick trips here. Do we need to get gas? Oh, wow. Does it say how much gas we have? Listen to the radio. Oh, here's our gas gauge right here. So I guess, obviously, if we travel a lot across the city, we're going to burn through a lot of gas. All right, let's go get this person. There we go. 3 teens are running on the sidewalk. Hey, pal, can you help me out? Door's open. It's Herb, a homeless man like hundreds of others. You've known each other for years, and every now and then he asks a favor of you. Ooh, so I know this guy. He's a suspect. As usual, he greets you quietly. Hey, buddy, what's up? Up. You start the cab. Herb seems pretty happy with himself today. In the rearview mirror, you watch him run his tongue over his lips, as if mentally preparing for a good meal. Catches your eye and smiles. Sorry, I'm a bit out of it today. So I see. It's just, I had a bad week, you know, a really bad week. Then, yesterday... Serious, man. I don't believe in God, you know. I don't believe all that bullshit shit. Doesn't make any sense. Some guys with a beard up in the sky, I never got it. What people saw in him. Anyhow, God, none of us believe in him on the street. I mean, we believe when the soup kitchen goes to the church. Yeah, sure. I'll believe in him then. So, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Oh, yeah, yesterday. I was starving, man. It was pretty bad. Toby and I had gone through all the garbage bins in the neighborhood. Toby, he's this German guy. He says he prefers France, that we're more generous here. So I was like starving. Are you okay, Herb? Yeah, I was saying that, yeah, I was starving. I was hanging out here in the supermarket, the Rue Rimset. Fancy neighborhood, you know, but not too fancy. No cops. That's always a plus. And then there was like this guy I sometimes see around, a young guy, like, you know, just a kid. He comes out to the supermarket with his groceries, and before I even say a word, he hands me a can of Cuslet. A can of Cuslet as big as a beach ball. I didn't even know they made them that big. And was it good? Delicious. I love it when the Cuslet sausage is all mushy and it melts in your mouth. Don't even need to warm it up. Meat mash. Herb pats me on the shoulder. Hold on, wait. I'm going to get out of here if you don't mind. You park the cab. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think that's him. Who? Nothing. Without another word, he opens the door and gets out. This time, I'm going to get him. A moment later, he vanishes into a dark alley. Sit there for a minute. Your eye scans the dark, narrow street, but you can't make anything out. Then something moves in the distance, a silhouette. Probably Irv. Now to run. Form darts under the street lamp. It is Irv, holding something in his hand. He immediately vanishes from sight. You switch on the ignition, pull out of the parking place. I drove around. He didn't give me any money. He didn't tip me either. So I didn't make no money. Alright, we don't really need gas right now. This almost looks like an animal here. With like ears. That's kind of interesting. Let's go check that out. A well-dressed guy stares at your cab. It goes by. Then he realizes. So I'm taking a cat, Crookie, I'm taking a cat named Crookie to the other side of town. Whatever. Affair's a fair. Cat's going to be pretty boring conversation. Since it looks like a no-show, you get out of the cab after a minute or two and smoke a cigarette. There's not much going on in this small town in the suburbs. There are a few apartments, still have some lights on. Eventually you stub out your cigarette and get back into the car. You jump, startled. A cat has managed to slip into the cab. It's sitting on the back seat staring at you. You sit there for a moment considering whether or not to shoo it away. But just as you're about to wave your hand, the cat shifts positions and a slip of paper falls from its collar. Alright, you pick up the paper and unfold it. Fragment of a map of Paris. The Saint Lazare train station. Alright. Are you going somewhere? The cat tilts its head to the side as if to say yes. You want to go to Saint Lazare? Cat tilts its head again. Are you a dog? Cat slowly nods its head no. What the hell's going on? Okay, fine. I'll take you. This could be 2 no fares. Alright, fine. You start talking to yourself in low tones as if to balance out the conversation. Normal. This is all perfectly normal to drive a cat around. You know, so you're the one who ordered the cab. Oh, everything okay? Either yes or no. More of a plaintive meow. Are you running away from someone? Another cat. Your owner? What happened? Was it a man? A woman? Was she mean to you? Was she overly affectionate to you? Touche, that's it. She's too affectionate and that's why you're running away? You have to be careful with people like that. They suffocate you before you even know it. But you ran away. I mean, lots of people like you. But you're just a cat. Alright. Cat just starts staring out the window. Point to a light in the distance. That's Saint Lazare. We'll be there soon. First train doesn't leave for another hour. Where are you going? Let me guess. Saint Lazare. If we're going to the suburbs of Paris, you wouldn't have needed to come into town. So somewhere in the northwest of France. Normandy, Brittany. Somewhere by the sea. Cat looks around and meows. Sounds like the cat's hungry. For the fish, I guess. Try not to think too much about the situation you're in, and you hope that no one sees you talking to a cat. I'll start by saying names of cities, and you meow when I hit the right one. Cat doesn't move a muscle. Cherbourg. So it's Cherbourg. Getting close. Saint Malo. Deauville. Come on. Time to say goodbye. A bill has appeared on the seat next to the cat. It's enough for the fare and more. Well, you're full of surprises, aren't you? I won't ask you where it came from. You lean over and pet the cat. Wow. That was interesting. Getting heavy with fatigue already after just 2 cab fares. As you start the car, you remembered you're allergic to cats. Oh, boy. Pull out of the station. Oh, great. We made a 28-cent profit. That is freaking great. Alright, anybody else for tonight? Let's grab this one. They seem kind of close by. Let's grab this. Hopefully we don't have to go too far. We'll have to get some gas after this one, probably. Here we go. I need to go to St. Win. Next passenger doesn't get in. She throws herself in. Alright. Energetic, lively, chatty. She just looks like she never stops. She gives you her address and heaves a big sigh. You start driving. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to go out of my mind. What's going on? No. I just saw this movie. This one was life-changing. I'm telling you, it knocked me on my ass. Incredible. First of all, it was old, so I thought it would really be able to get into it. But from the minute it starts, you can tell there's something sketchy going on. It's not your typical movie. If the main character is played by that heartthrob you saw in all the movies those days, he was a Danish name or something like that. Anyway, this guy is in high school. Even though he's clearly like 25, it's always like that with the American movies. He was in high school and he doesn't feel well, you know, like he's squinting and all bent. At first, he thought he looked like stupid, like it's obviously not 17. Then all of a sudden, bam! I get it. It's me. I mean, he reminds me of me, you know, of me when I was like in high school. The guy isn't doing well. He's seeing a shrink, but his parents and his sister are all on his ass all the time. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's totally lost. Then there's this disaster. This crazy thing happens. You find out how he did it. Him or the giant bunny that follows him everywhere. A giant rabbit? Yeah, okay. So it's like actually like a dude with a rabbit mask and big floppy ears like this. I know it's weird. I was sitting there wide-eyed telling myself I must be dreaming, but there's really this giant rabbit standing there next to him. And it's not a nice bunny. You get my drift? It's out to get back at people it doesn't like. Story of my life, dude. I'm telling you, story of my life. Okay, without the giant rabbit part, but that could have been me up there on that screen. My parents can't stand my passion for film. They want me to study something serious. They wanted me to be an underwater basket weaver. They said they haven't been busting their backs all their life for me to be dependent on them. Yeah, right. Like we have enough money for me to keep living off of them. My little sister looks at me like I'm a retard, and yet she spends all day watching mind-numbing sitcoms with her losers on vacation. Whenever I go home, no one is the least bit interested in what I do, who I am, what I like. Not a soul to ask me what I saw, if I liked it or not. So the main character hesitates and makes the wrong choices. See, the bunny, it's his conscience. It's our collective conscience, you know. I'm not perfect, but I know. I don't steal. I'm not, man. I don't know, like, you know, like something that could really happen, because you never know, right? I'm not perfect. No one is. Someone's got to tell that giant rabbit. If that giant rabbit kills, if he's seeking revenge, well, it's kind of our fault. We're too stupid to see that we're not worth much, right? You see what I mean? Yeah. Yes, I see what you're saying. Well, good for you then, because I don't even understand what I just said. In any case, that movie, that just blew my mind. Maybe I didn't actually understand it, but damn, it did me some good. You think that makes me crazy? No. It's just a movie. You get what you want out of it. Well, yes and no. Otherwise, people could just throw whatever the hell they want on the screen and do with it. The guy who made the movie must have spent so much time writing and making for that film, and here I go thinking it means something totally different. How awful. That means he just lost control of it completely. Fuck, man, that's gotta suck balls. You're at some festival and some young thing comes to say, I loved your movie and how it addresses the challenges of my teen years. And you're like, no, my movie was about mental illness. The nerve. Or maybe not. Maybe that's actually what's cool about it. You must think I'm totally nuts, huh? Yeah, but I like your nuts. Be different, be original, be special. That's what they say about my generation. I don't know if it's true. My sister just wants me to be like everybody else. Identical. How boring. I think I could care less. I complain and all, but if that's the price to pay not to be a total idiot, I'm happy to pay it. Okay, here goes. Wish me luck. She hops out of the cab and disappears. Alright, we got a little bit of money, a little bit of profits. Alright, we're going to have to run and grab some gas, probably. That's going to cut into our money, isn't it? Ooh, what is this? We got the all-seeing eye there. I want to grab some gas just in case. Well, we probably got enough. Let's go check this out. It's kind of on the way to the gas station. Unless we got to go somewhere else after that. You park a few streets away from the Argentinian embassy. You wait there for your contact. Seems odd to have a contact. Guy is one of your regulars' poker buddies. Get out of your taxi and walk towards the big metal gate. Clean lines. Early 20th century. Maybe lots of wrought iron. The gate opens and someone moves towards you. They indicate you should follow them. Person's face is hidden by an oversized hoodie. Your heart starts beating faster. What if it was... Who are you? It's me, Jamie. You're David's buddy. You walk into a narrow covered passageway, probably the entrance to a parking garage. Man turns around and lights up a cigarette. The lighter turns up his face for a second. A young man with curly hair, pale skin. He looks young. Very young. That'll be 250 euros. What? You want information on Grodischer? I got info on Grodischer. And it'll cost you 250 euros. So what it'll be? Should we bargain? Definitely need to pay for it, probably. 250 euros. That's a lot of freaking money. Let's see if we can borrow it. He raises his hands in front of his chest. His accent becomes stronger. No. It's 250 euros or nothing. If someone learns I fished around, they'll fire me on the spot. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's do that. Dude, that takes a lot of money. I hope the intel is good. Listen up, because I'm not going to say this twice. Grodischer is definitely a colonel from the junta. One of the few who wasn't arrested and put on trial. He's responsible for torturing dozens of political opponents he tortured and killed them. You know, we don't like him much here, but the rich Argentinians in Paris love him, and they really respect him. Respected him. Yeah, if it makes you happy. There's one last thing. I read in a newspaper that the killer wrote a message in chalk. Time's up. It was a slogan at the end of the junta. A sort of watchword for the opponents. It was time for them to go. Hey, good morning, Shroom. How we doing? Hopefully you're enjoying your day. A beautiful day at work. Doing a game called Night Call. This is where you're trying to feel out some of the people that you hop in your cab. You're trying to get some information from them, and you're trying to solve a mystery of a dude who stabbed you and left you for dead. You get it? A second later, you're back in your taxi with a hole in your wallet, but with new information. You follow this lead, maybe your investigation will move forward. You start the car, get back to your shift. Cool. Oh, we got a lot of people here. I think we've got enough to make a couple more trips here, but without getting gas. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. See what this guy's going to do here. The distance he wants to go is 4 kilometers. The fare is going to be 16 euros. We'll take that. Passenger getting into your taxi is drunk. He all but trips as he gets into the back seat, leaving a piece of his jacket stuck in the door as he slams it. The whole street must have heard it. He tries to keep his calm as he gives you his address. You start driving, but you keep an eye on him. You never know. His head lolls. His eyes roll. He rummages through his pockets, looking for his phone. In vain. Hey, buddy. Tell me, any chance you seen my phone? What phone? The one I... You know, what an idiot. I lost it earlier. Not here, at the bar. Or somewhere. Or at the bar. He is silent for a minute, trying to remember something. When he starts speaking again, he moans. She's gonna kill me. You turn a corner, he slides. Oh shoot, I was gonna try to turn on that radio there. You turn a corner, he slides towards the door, hitting the window hard. Boom. Ah, fuck, that hurts. Seriously, man. You okay? Yeah, no. See my wife? She told me not to come home too late. Made me swear. Crossed my heart, the whole 9 yards. She just had a baby. We just had a baby. But you know, she's the one who carried it. We didn't. We didn't find it in the street or anything. It's the cutest little baby, but I'm done spending my nights wiping its ass. So when my colleagues invited me out, you know, well, I mean, I said, okay, like, I went with them, right? You gotta help me. I have to prepare an alibi. An alibi? Yeah, an alibi, an explanation of where I was tonight, what I did, that I wasn't out drinking with my friends. So she doesn't beat the shit out of me. Dude, I'm serious. You gotta help me. Alright, buddy, what do you want? Very well. Seriously? Yeah. Oh shit, awesome. Okay, first we need to start with I'm gonna let him sleep. Alibi. Yeah, everything alright, buddy? Yeah, the alibi. We gotta start by answering the main question in this case. I sound like a cop. The main question in this case, why didn't I call my wife? That's where we need to begin. Hey, Granite, how we doing, man? Appreciate you jumping in on the stream here. Doing an interesting game here called Night Call. Just picked up, we're a cabbie, and we just picked up a drunk passenger. So that's where we need to begin. What about a work emergency? I work in the movie business for a production company. She'd never buy that shit. 5 years of higher education, a 250-page thesis on a Soviet film director, and now I take care of filming permits for Hollywood mega blasters. There are no work emergencies. Nothing I do matters. Why didn't I call my wife? You didn't have your phone? Yeah, but I lost it after That's it. She doesn't have to know I lost it after putting back a few. My friend, you're a genius. Okay. Alright, so how did I lose my phone? It was stolen? You forgot to charge it. Not sure that'll fly. I've always got it plugged in at work. It's constantly charging. Now, what could work? Is a faulty battery. I already hinted to her I'd like to get a new phone for Christmas. That could work. Okay, we're good on the phone. But I need to explain why I didn't call. I mean, she knows I know her number. I'm not sleeping. I swear, I'm thinking. I explained why I went out with my colleagues and I couldn't call her. Oh, fuck, we're almost there. Shit, quick. I know. Something happened to me at the bar. That way she'll get that it wasn't my fault, right? I had no choice. I had to have one more drink. Oh, shit, I got it. I ran into someone I knew at the bar and we had a few drinks. It was crazy, dear. Just crazy. But who? A sports star, a celebrity, a long lost friend. Yeah, perfect. Great. I know exactly who to choose. Damien. That little bitty boy from the movie? He stared at his parents really bad and... No. Oh no, Damien works in marketing. Daniel. Yeah, that boy that was stuck with the Lions. An old college friend. I haven't seen him in years. I think he became a dentomonologist. Like the Tick, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. An entomologist, you mean? Yeah, that's an entomologist. Yeah, well, I'll tell her I ran into Daniel. And that we spent the evening just talking, and a really good friend and all. She'll be down with that. She's always telling me my friends are luscious. But Daniel, he's a real thing. And he's trying to save endangered species and shit. My wife will totally get into that. So okay, we're good. I have my excuse for the phone. I have my excuse for being busy all evening. Now I just gotta have an excuse for staying out so late. That's not enough? No, dude, not at all. I need something more solid, you know? Something that pulls a lie together, man, and like bonds it all like Bondo. Lying to your wife is like a magic trick. You can't just saw the lady in half. You have to turn the box around too. I mean, the lady's gotta think it's funny too, like, lol, hilarious. I'm cut in half and I can still shake my feet. I need a strong finale. Something like something, you know? Like an old lady who got mugged, some weird guy who started following you. Your driver needed someone to talk to, like an old lady got mugged. Dude, you're a total genius. I got into a fight with some gangbangers out on the street. They were mugging an old lady. I saw them and chased some muggers away. The old lady insisted I have one last drink with her. An old boozing biddy. That's why I smell like booze. And there you have it. You hear that, man? I hear what a kick-ass screenwriter I'd make. My wife will give me a fucking Palme d'Or for my performance. The crowd goes wild. And the Palme d'Or is awarded to Carlos Cerruti for lie invented with the super nice taxi driver. This is Carlo's 10th fib this year, but it is without a doubt the finest. Near perfection. She'll eat it right up like child's play. Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing to that. It all begins with a moving opening scene. One that's already reached cult status. The main character realizes way too late that his phone is totally uncharged. Amateur mistake, lethal mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. With no way to reach his wife, he normally would have gone straight home. But alas, he was as yet unaware that an amazing encounter in the evening would befall. And kind of encounter you only have 3 times in a lifetime. Daniel. Yeah, you remember him? An old friend who became the entomologist? Oh, how an evening can fly by when you're talking and you're making up for some lost time. When the main character notices the time, it's already late. Too late. He hurries home, but on the way, he happens upon an old lady getting mugged. He's not a fighter, but he frightens off all the hoodlums. Oh, okay, listen, my friend. It's not our best work, but I think she'll go for it. She knows I'm not a liar, so that should help sugarcoat things. You park out in front of the guy's place. Don't do this to your wife, man. She deserves better. Hilarious. Like it didn't bother you until now? Hey, keep the change, buddy. You watch him stagger a bit as he walks away. He disappears into the building. And you drive away. Really? Hey, 174 is a tip. All right, I think we're doing fine on the gas. We're doing pretty good. Let's go by here. Let's get another little quick one. Hopefully, this will be a nice. Won't be wanting to go too far. All right, 4.6 kilometers. I need a cab, quick. Milo, the Reacher. Ooh. You pull up in front of the American Embassy. You can't recall ever picking up a customer here. The door opens. You take an immediate liking to the guy who gets in. You find him somewhat reassuring, like a lost tourist. He babbles something in English. You have to listen hard to make out the address. Sorry, I'm just back in Paris. I forgot my manners. Thanks. What's your name, pal? Hussein. Nice to meet you, Hussein. Well, my name is... If I remember my name, I'll be left with no other choice. I'll have to kill you. Hey, amigo, I'm joking, man. I work for the CIA. That's all. The CIA? Yeah, CIA. You know, Jason Bourne and all that shit. The spy business. So, you're a spy? Yeah, you could say that. Is that why your French is so good? I speak 8 other languages too. Not bad for a Yankee, eh? No wonder I'm a spy, eh, amigo? I've been overdoing it a little lately. Doctor tells me I need to lay off the booze or I won't make it through the year. I was speaking Spanish all day. I got a splitting headache. My buddy from Cuba and me, we were at this meeting. Went on forever. What kind of meeting? Oh, that. Can't talk about that. But maybe tomorrow you'll hear something on the radio. You'll say to yourself, of course, it's Milo. He's the one. And you'll be right. I'll give you a clue, though. It has to do with Cuba. We should have kept Cuba. What do you mean, kept Cuba? Yeah, like 100 years ago, it belonged to the good old US of A. Didn't you know? I mean, it wasn't exactly ours, but it sort of was ours. You know what I mean? We helped them gain independence, gave them a lot of help, in fact. Military, boats. Those were the good old days. I bet you don't even know all the American mafioso moved there. The mafioso? Yeah, the Italians, you know what I mean? Like in the movies, Don Corleone and all that shit. Cosa Nostra had casinos there in the 50s. You know, you could go there for the weekend, fat wads of cash, changing hands and all. 1940s, boy. They sure were good old days. The entire decade was. How old are you? I'm not talking from personal experience, of course. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't even born back then. When I first joined the company, the old-timers, that's all they ever talked about. The good old days, the suits, the big cars, how they get back to Miami on Monday mornings, go straight into the office. I missed out on all that. But today, that's a thing of the past now. Today, we make plans and preparations. We produce statistics and spreadsheets. We take turns. My turn one day, your turn the next. It's not the same anymore. We have to change with the times. Or retire and blow all your savings on booze. So what exactly do you do? I'm a government facilitator. Ah, you're in marketing. Yeah, in some ways. I help people make the right choices by getting rid of the competition. Believe me. And this is coming from an American. Nobody likes competition. Competition is just a way of getting people all worked up, keeps them busy. Control is what it's all about. Stop, amigo. You see that little side street over there? The best bar in Paris is on it. It's run by the Venezuelans. The owner? He could have been a finance minister, you know. But instead, he runs the best joint in town. And all because the CIA prefers meetings and spreadsheets. Tough luck for the Venezuelans. And so much better for me. Alright, you sit there for a minute, somewhat confused. He's a strange one. Not all that unpleasant, really, and yet utterly vile. Start back up the cab. Made a little bit of profits. I don't really need gas as much as I thought I did. I'm guessing that this is our time clock. We started at 10 o'clock and we're winding down a bit. Let's see, where could we go next? Let's go down here. Oh, I can't really pick those up, right? Is that the only one I can pick up? No newspapers are available. Alright, I guess we're picking this one up, huh? This is where we're going. What is this one here? This one is Chantal Lemanière. Fair. Oh, he's not going very far. Let's go ahead and accept that one. I just want to ride around. When you see your next passenger, your first instinct is to prepare for a fight. Ooh. It's almost automatic. Something about the way she holds herself. Her super wide shoulders, her huge hands opening the door. This woman must be a champion weightlifter or something. Good evening, sir. Could you please drive around the outer belt? Yeah, of course. Perfect. Perfect. After a few minutes of calm and silent driving, you get to the outer belt. You're probably wondering why I want you to do this, aren't you? It's none of my business. That's the kind of driver you are? You just drive without knowing? You don't care? Well, more or less. That's commendable. I couldn't do your job. I think I'd be too aggressive with passengers. I don't know if it's the lights, the way they're placed, or the back and forth between tunnels and bridges. I don't know quite what makes me. The outer belt puts me to sleep. So tonight, since I cleaned out most of my colleagues playing tarot, I'm treating myself a little. You smile and you keep driving without so much as another word. Little by little, her snoring subsides and gives way to bits of phrases she's unaware she's mumbling. A dog. I'm totally in love. Who cuts its tongue? Take me home. I'm ready for bed. You shake your head in an attempt to push away your own violent desire to go to sleep. Many long minutes later, you return. With her eyes still shut, your passenger takes a wallet out of her pocket. You know, I can't sleep because I'm consumed. Consumed with an idea. The world we live in, our current situation, it could all be taken care of if I took a gun and I shot a pile of lead into our government. Line them up against the wall, one after the other, and bam, 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 bam. Then I would sleep soundly. But only if our president, our government, only if they were all lying at the bottom of a mass grave, unmarked, no gravestone, in total and utter indifference. That's what scares them most, not leaving any mark behind. Thank you for everything. You were perfect. Wow. Once she shuts the door to her building, you get back to your night, just dying to go to sleep. Alright, we're going to take our profits, and I think it's kind of time. Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and get gas? We'll be fueled up for tomorrow, maybe. You pull over at a gas station. Not a soul in sight. The fluorescent lights irritate your eyes, and the smell of pee is wafting up from the space between the pumps. It's self-service here. You pay directly at the pump. The mini mart over there, it must sell newspapers. The person behind the counter must see and hear things. Might be worth asking a simple questions. This place is shady as ever. You're careful getting out of the cab. Do we go shop? Let's fill the tank. Oh, I like how you can just put in however much you want. That's awesome. And let's go shop. You walk into the mini mart. Shady neighborhood, 5 a.m. What could go wrong? Behind the counter, a student's doing his homework. Yeah. Newspaper. Talk with the clerk. Cash, cash, cash. Talk with the clerk. Versailles. €2. Alright, let's get a newspaper. And let's talk with the clerk. Purdue. Can't win them all. Alright, so I guess we're done with all that. Have a good evening. The cold welcomes you outside quickly, makes you forget the clerk's unpleasant tone. Alright, let's get back in the car. Get in your car, drive away. Alright, so how do we get back home? handful of cars are speeding out of Paris. It's likely they're running away from something. Ooh. You know more about your clients. Met Herv. Starting balance was 400. We made some profits. Fares. Company cut. Ooh, I lost a lot of money. Oh, because of the investigation of the 250. Okay. You met Leia? Know a little bit more about some clients. You met Carlo. You helped Carlo lie to his wife. You met Milo. Milo told you about Cuba. You met Chantal. And I guess that's it. So now we're back at the apartment. At the foot of your front door, just behind a drain pipe, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy. You can just make out your name written in black marker, your real name. You take a deep breath, go inside. In the envelope, you find more information. Just as the officer told you. You lay them on the table. Look at the new evidence. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the pipes shake. You crack your knuckles and you get to work. Alright, pictures of crime scene number 4. There we go. That goes up on the wall. Alright, a police report for victim number 1. There's more. Oh, not enough time. Oh, because I'm running out of time here. Check the board. Alright, so we added a little bit more information. And we're going to end our night. There we go. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. Alright guys, hey, I appreciate you watching. We're going to end this episode right here. We'll come back to this game another time. But this goes through our A through Z Steam list. This is the letter N in Night Call. And I appreciate you so much. Like I said, we will come back to this one, but we'll end this one right here for another day.